Same time, things are good. I mean, you see what I have. They're beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not all been bad.
No, definitely not.
At least
Definitely
for you,
not.
you're not. We're talking about something totally different.
Yeah.
We're seeing people really at the point of psychosis.
Yeah.
They are psychologically damaged people because of the pills and
the drugs.
And they are medicated. These are legal medications.
Yes.
I'm blown away.
Yes, definitely blows my mind.
These are prescribed.
The methadone, I'm not to just even throw anything out there, but the methadone itself is just so... My beliefs is wrong. It's man-made. It's no different than heroin, except for you go to a place and they give it to you. Just give it to you. And then you wander around your day as a zombie.
Okay, so you want to know, people talk about the end of the world. When you got a huge fraction of young people who maybe if you would have put these young people in a different time period, they would not have been able to live in the time of like the 30s or the 20s. They would have. They were the indigents. They were the. I hate to say the word, but they would be like almost kind of. Society would not want to have had to deal with them because. Okay, think along these lines. My dad grew up he was born right after the Depression. They were barely making it. If you had somebody that was keeping the family from farming or keeping the home together, they would have ousted you out of the house because it's a destructive force. If you're barely keeping your family together, the last thing you need is that one or two people who are so disruptive in your life that you can't keep your home together. And I don't think it's any different now because it's just as disruptive. But I don't think in the society, now what they do is they just put them in a methadone clinic.
Yep.
And they segregate them this way so they can control it better. And that's not the answer.
No.
It's not the right answer.
No, it's definitely not.
It's the answer that's the best answer they can have instead of having what people die from heroin. Is that what it is? Is that what they're trying to prevent?
Well, their best answer is the police officers in the area running around with Narcan in their pockets. This terribly disturbs me too. I told you it's not right. I mean, I guess.
So you're saying they can revive somebody that's dead?
They die of an overdose and they shoot them with this Narcan in their heart or chest somehow. Heart, I do believe. And bring them back to life with this
So they're actually
liquid.
dead.
Yeah, they're dead. Deader than a doorknob.
Wow.
Cold could be.
So it's not really, is it a synthetic death or what do you call that?
I don't know.
They're dead. They're dead from heroin and they can revive them this way.
Yeah,
well, okay.
I don't know. It works against the heroin I don't know how it works, but it works against it to bring you back from that. You're like I don't know. I don't want to know. That's crazy shit.
I don't know anything. I heard of it.
It is crazy though. It's
well,
overabundance.
I'm stunned.
Insane.
I'm stunned. I'm sitting here and I can honestly tell you, I am stunned. I am stunned when I'm not arguing with anybody.
And it's sad the amount of children that are teenagers and kids and everybody's kids.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know these people personally.
Told you everybody's family has it. It's sad. It's sickening.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're just a very small little community, a housing community right now. And we are directly affected by the people because we live in such small quarters right now. Yeah. And because I could say I could just speak from outside looking in, that if you put 10, 20 women who live in small housing quarters right now, we are directly affected by the, I hope I'm correct here, benzo, what are they, a form of Xanax, is that the name for Xanax?
I'm not sure.
Pills?
The pillows, the benzos are a pill.
Whatever pills they take for anxiety.
Xanax.
Or sleeping pills.
That Xanax is another heroin drug, I believe.
Really? See, I don't know all that.
I don't know either.
I know they're all are they narcotic drugs? I don't know. I really don't.
Yes, basically. A benzo is a different type of a narcotic,
So
I guess.
They're scheduled drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the street, they would be...
Worth money, yes. They would knock or make you high. I don't know.
Okay.
Some of them, I don't know the whole pill thing.
It blows my mind. It just blows my mind
I do know some of them they crush and sniff.
Okay.
Some of them they just eat. Some of them they... I think, what was the one you said? Xanax? Something comes in a tablet form. Like, put it on your tongue and melts right the frick away. What is that?
I don't know.
Man-made shit. And that's why I said earlier about God made, I'm sorry, I have to bring it up. God made the things on our earth, and marijuana was one of them. And
but the stuff that's, I will not argue.
That other crap
I'm not going to argue with the weed because the
junk.
Because a plant, anything that's plant is actually good for you. Anything that's with a root and a plant.
Lilac over there is pretty smelling and pretty gorgeous.
No, there's actually scientific proof that if you're on a plant type diet or regimen, medical regimen, there is always the best option. Plant, anything that's derived from a plant has some benefit. Medical, mostly everything that has
anything that God put here to grow,
anything that's derived
that a man
from
didn't make
with a root plant, like tomato plants.
Yeah,
and you should be on it. This is what this is actually what to curb obesity. He says anything that is from a plant that you can is edible. Is a diet that anyone who has morbid obesity should be on that kind of diet. They shouldn't. Anything else would be well, basically they said that you shouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
If you have an obesity issue, now that's another big issue. I'm bringing this up because it's important because we're using this as an example because people will automatically curse, cuss, and say things that are so unfair. Most people that have health issues, like with morbid obesity, they were born with some kind of genetic disposition, and they can't lose weight. They either have a slow thyroid or a bad thyroid altogether. Okay, so with that said, but for somebody to make a direct argument or a comment on the street because somebody's obese. There's some people that are grossly obese because they let themselves get to that point.
Definitely.
Okay, we know that there's but there are the people that are born with health issues.
Definitely.
Or have health issues.
People are ignorant and can't curb their ignorance and say things about ones that are...
Well, I think what happens is because people take it to the point that they're mean.
They're very mean people.
If you're mean and you're going to say that it makes you irrelevant, and you and I are not going to have a good discussion about this. Because if you're not looking at it from the real perspective, because I'll tell you, since I had put on some weight with my tumors, okay, and it's much harder because there were other factors involved that led to too much weight gain. I was always 128, so I know that I always maintain that weight to 128 to my biggest probably 150, 160. But that to me was big. But as soon as
definitely not.
Yeah, but that was my biggest weight. And then, you add tumors to it and it added another 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, for my size, I cannot be any bigger than 150. That's too much weight for me. On my legs, I can get away with it 160. Okay, I can get away with that because you know what? Even for my body, I'm strong enough. I can carry that weight. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with somebody. I'm not having this debate with somebody that somehow I want to I somehow want to have tumors or something.
Yeah,
and add that extra weight. But for people to say, and this is the name calling that we're going down this road because we're going to go there.
Yeah.
And that somebody calls somebody a fat hoe. That's not, first of all, I'm not going to have a conversation with you because I know you have no intention on having a normal, real discussion about health weight issues.
Yeah, no.
Altogether. But the fact that somebody would say that.
Yeah, it's just awful. Ignorant.
Okay, that's it.
And as far as the weight goes, I, for a very long time, carried 169, 170.
You can do it.
But I can do it.
It's not what you want.
But, no, definitely not. Right now,
if you have the option
I'm doing pretty good. I've been very active and eating better and, just...
But
daily life, but I'm down to like 140, I think now, and it's
you
enough.
look thin. You look thin, and
yeah,
you're taller.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is that
ignorance of saying anything to anybody. If I ever, when I was at 170, I was
well, this is coming from people who have lost weight, and they're indifferent because they're judging people in a way that, like, wait a second, you were way overweight. Now you're indifferent of anyone. You put yourself in a very precarious place because you are supposed to be the better person after you've lost weight and you've done the right thing. That should put you in a position to be more of a helpful person, not a hurtful person.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is coming from people you hear all the time, people that demonize people for quitting smoking. People that quit smoking, they like, well, I would never do that again. But you were a smoker.
Yeah, I'm just dealing with this with somebody myself. He quit January of last year, and so over a year now, and acts, but still vapes. Okay, but acts like was never smoker. Anybody that smokes shouldn't smoke. It's and I agree with that. Absolutely. You know, as a smoker, I want to quit. Though I am a smoker of way too many years, and it's taken years off, and I want to quit myself, and I will get there soon. But
they take it to they do. That's not where they're going with it. We know that. Okay. There's no, just because you quit smoking, because you lost weight, doesn't give you a badge to just go be indifferent.
Yeah.
You should be very privileged. It's a privilege to quit smoking.
Yeah.
And have accomplished that. And I think that's admirable for somebody who wants to try to quit smoking. To me, that looks like an admirable quality that somebody could have overcome quitting smoking. But it does not give you the, I don't want to say it should not give you the privilege to attack somebody.
No, definitely
just because they haven't, maybe, okay, and we know I have quit smoking, and I know how the benefits of quitting smoking are amazing. In a couple of days, you feel different. A couple of hours, I felt different.
Yeah.
So I know that that's a healthy, natural high to have. Mm-hmm. And
I definitely agree.
When you're a different person, when you're not doing the things that are harming you and your body. And I want to say this because it's important. I know this is probably, people laugh at it, but it's true. I quit the white sugar, okay, and it was gradual, and then I got off Diet Coke. It's been over almost 6-7 weeks.
Sweet.
And I trimmed down, and I've lost weight.
Definitely.
As a result,
and
I'm telling you, I feel better.
Definitely.
I can carry a conversation. Before, my mind was in a different place. I was not, and I will tell you anybody this, like, please hear me when I say this. Just because it's a can of Coke doesn't mean it doesn't have it had so many poisons.
Definitely.
In it. A can of Diet Coke.
I think about when Coke was first made. It took rust off a bumper, honey.
Oh my God.
There is poison in that stuff. I had to stop myself.
Good. Oh my God.
No more pennies in the swear jar for me tonight.
I am telling you, and this is when I can really undress this topic, because I'm telling you.
The first time I lost 20 pounds, it was stopping pop and going to water and eating a little bit better. Eating more, actually. If you eat your 3 meals a day and your 2 snacks a day and drink water and